Just who are you channeling? Melania makes a bold statement in a chic white suit at the State of the Union, which looks just like the suffragette-inspired ensembles favored by Hillary Clinton. Melania Trump did not utter a word to the crowd gathered at the Capitol to hear her husband's State of the Union address on Tuesday night. However, her appearance seemed to speak volumes. The 47-year-old First Lady arrived at the event to a standing ovation, making quite the powerful entrance in an all-white Dior pantsuit, worn over a chic silk Dolce & Gabbana shirt. And while she certainly looked glamorous, pairing the outfit with some Christian Louboutin heels, both Melania's choice of color and her overall look were incredibly telling. White was the color favored by the suffragettes, and Donald's Democratic rival Hillary famously wore all-white pantsuits on a number of occasions while she was fighting against him in the 2016 presidential race. Putting her own very glamorous spin on the look, Melania's suit featured cropped straight-leg pants with a crisp pleat down the center of each leg. Her perfectly tailored single-button jacket featured a satin collar and pockets on either hip. She kept her accessories to a minimum, wearing a pair of simple nude Louboutin pumps, and, rather tellingly, her large diamond engagement ring. Melania's hair appeared to have been cut into a slightly shorter style, which she wore sleek and straight, with several layers helping to add volume to the look. She then finished off the look with some glamorous makeup, opting for plenty of bronzer, a pale pink lip, and a subtle smoky eye. But it was Melania's choice of outfit that drew the most attention, both in terms of its suffragette ties, a clear statement in terms of female empowerment and strength, and its similarities to the ensembles that Hillary became famous for during her own presidential campaign. Hillary wore white on several occasions during the presidential race, including a number of pivotal events, the night she accepted the Democratic nomination, and the third and final debate ahead of the election, as well as to Trump's inauguration. In October 2016, she achieved viral fame as a result of the white multi-button suit she wore for the third presidential debate, with thousands taking to Twitter to praise Hillary's outfit, noting the suffragette inspiration and the patriotic elements of the look. Given the publicity surrounding Hillary's white suits, it is safe to say that Melania was aware of the implications when picking her own outfit for the State of the Union on Tuesday evening. Indeed, the resulting look seeming to have been entirely inspired by Hillary, who is herself a former First Lady, and who famously endured a very public betrayal when her husband's affair with Monica Lewinsky hit headlines around the world. Melania also delivered a very public message prior to the State of the Union itself when she chose to host a separate reception for the first couple's State of the Union guests, before traveling to Capitol Hill in a different motorcade than her husband. Upon arriving in the House chamber and acknowledging the loud applause and standing ovation with a beaming smile and a wave, Melania took her seat alongside her personally invited guests, as well as Vice President Mike Pence's wife Karen. Mrs. Trump is honoring her guests for the true heroes they are, the First Lady's spokeswoman Stephanie Grisham told CNN. In addition to holding a White House reception and photo opportunity for them and their friends and family, she is accompanying them to the Capitol. Grisham said that once floats arrived at the Capitol, she and Mrs. Pence would hold a more intimate meet and greet to engage with them on a personal level prior to the speech. The State of the Union marked the First Lady's first public appearance alongside her husband since January 15, when she returned to the White House with the president and their 11-year-old son Barron from Mar-a-Lago. However, with the First Lady in the audience and the president at the dais, the first couple barely had the opportunity to interact, and having arrived separately, although CNN also reported that the first couple is expected to ride back to the White House together. The New York Times reported on Tuesday that the First Lady was blindsided by the Wall Street Journal's January 12 report that said President Trump's lawyer had paid hush money to porn star Stormy Daniels, who had alleged an affair. Since then, Melania is said to have been furious with her husband, ditching planned travel with the president and instead flying to Florida for a night by herself, at a cost of nearly $70,000 to taxpayers, the Times reported. In terms of family, all of the president's children, along with the First Lady, will be at the State of the Union, with the exclusion of Barron. I don't believe he will be attending as of right now, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said on Monday with regards to Melania's planned attendance at the event. Melania's spokeswoman, however, gave the Times a more tenuous response saying, "That is her plan." The First Lady later confirmed her attendance with a tweet Tuesday afternoon, discussing the guests she and President Trump were bringing to Capitol Hill. "I will be joined tonight by an honorable group of Americans," Melania wrote. "Sitting with me are heroes who have served our nation in times of need, families who have suffered at the hands of evil, and citizens who have embraced the American dream." Huckabee Sanders also went on the record, explaining why the First Lady wasn't at the president's side when he left the White House Tuesday night. With regards to Melania's plans to attend the State of the Union separately to her husband, Huckabee Sanders told CNN that it was for no reason other than she can greet the guests and he can go straight in. Last week, the First Lady set a precedent for abruptly changing her schedule, announcing Monday that she would no longer fly to Davos, Switzerland, to attend the World Economic Forum with President Trump. Grisham said because of too many scheduling and logistical issues Melania would not be going. Instead, during Trump's first day at the conference, his wife made two back-to-back unannounced trips. First to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum and then to Mar-a-Lago. The White House did not invite reporters to cover the First Lady's Holocaust Museum tour, nor was the press given any heads-up about her travel plans to Florida, which cost taxpayers $64,600, the Times said, citing Department of Defense figures. The First Lady returned to Washington on Friday evening, the same day the president returned from Davos. On Friday, Daily Mail.com also reported that the First Lady had spent several nights at a posh D.C. hotel since the Daniels story broke, part of the swirl of stories about the Trump's marriage that the First Lady's spokeswoman smacked down, calling them salacious and flat-out false. But the Times reporting, which came out Tuesday, is in line with Daily Mail.com's report, as Melania has kept a lower profile in recent weeks than she did for most of last year. The Journal reported on January 12 that Trump's lawyer Michael Cohen paid $130,000 to keep Daniels quiet in the weeks just before the 2016 election. Cohen has denied Trump had a sexual relationship with Daniels, but has not denied making the payment. Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, divulged details about her alleged relationship with Trump during a 2011 interview with In Touch Weekly, which never ran until January 17 of this year. The adult film actress said she and a billionaire businessman first hooked up in 2006, at a Nevada hotel outside of Lake Tahoe, and continued to see each other through 2007. The interview was reportedly conducted along with a lie detector test. Before the release of the In Touch Weekly Q&A, several other sources corroborated the details of the story. Porn star Lana Evans appeared on Megyn Kelly's portion of the Today Show on January 16 and talked about how Daniels called her from Trump's hotel room, wanting her to come along. The same day, Slate's Jacob Weisberg wrote a piece detailing how he had been in touch with Daniels between August and October of 2016. She detailed her affair with Trump to him, though wanted to be paid for the story, which is something Weisberg's publication does not do. She also revealed that, through an intermediary, Trump had offered her money to stay silent. A pal of Daniels later told the Slate writer, after Daniels stopped answering his messages, that she had taken the sum. Melania and the now president were married on January 22, 2005, a year and a half before Daniels and the president's first alleged sexual encounter. Barron Trump was born in March 2006, 4 months before the now president and Daniels' first alleged encounter, at a golf outing in July of that year. And despite marking their 13th wedding anniversary last Monday, neither Trump mentioned the occasion, nor were they seen out together publicly. The president was, however, dealing with the government shutdown. The First Lady has been relatively quiet on social media too. On January 20, marking the one-year anniversary of her husband's inauguration day, the First Lady tweeted a photo of herself, sans Trump, being accompanied to the swearing-in ceremony by a military escort. This has been a year filled with many wonderful moments. I've enjoyed the people I've been lucky enough to meet throughout our great country and the world, she wrote. She tweeted again Thursday, once her tour through the Holocaust Museum was done. Thank you at Holocaust Museum for a powerful and moving tour that honors the millions of innocent lives lost, and educates us on the tragedies and effects of the Holocaust, the First Lady said.